Hello, my name is Adam, and today we are going to go over what you need to know as a facilitator of the Google Expert Series Competitive Selling course. What is competitive selling? Competitive selling is part of our Expert Days series, a global initiative to bring advanced practitioner education for our priority growth areas: automation, audience, and measurement, and for new products like YouTube for Performance or the shopping campaigns. During this day-long in-classroom experience, we want to equip the audience with the knowledge and the tools to become master digital storytellers, because we know people buy stories more than product features. To do this, it's best to spend the first 30 to 45 minutes presenting Module 1. This module covers the competitive selling landscape and the super empowered consumer, and is the same story we hope that participants will then tell their clients. For the rest of the day, we spend a significant time explaining, demonstrating, creating, and practicing the competitive selling elements. At the end of this program, we want participants to walk away ready to implement their own examples in their very next client meeting. Who is the primary and secondary audience for this training? The primary audience for this training is agency team members with at least 1 to 2 years of sales experience and at least a year of selling Google Ad solutions. These are the agency team members who are responsible for strategically moving the direction of client relationships and ultimately budget. The secondary audience for this training is agency team members with more than 5 years of experience who are responsible for strategically moving the direction of client relationships and budget. These team members are ideally open-minded and want a refresher, or are looking to shift from unconsciously competent in competitive selling to consciously competent in competitive selling. Making this shift is a great step for someone who wants to move into more of a team lead role or even get better at coaching through these types of conversations. Who should facilitate the day? Since the content is comprised of a combination of both inspirational and hands-on tactical modules, we recommend having at least 2 people deliver the content. It's a full day of about 6 hours and 7 modules, so it can be challenging for one person. Ideally, having 2 people allows for more coaching and feedback during the practice sessions. Ideally, an account manager or agency development manager who is an engaging public speaker and a skilled coach would facilitate this program. Partnering with a product-oriented person like a product specialist can be helpful to address questions on how to explain big ideas and solutions. How to prepare for the day. For your convenience, we added a short facilitator guide at the beginning of the master deck. It includes things like material links and a short explanation of each of the alternative examples provided in the appendix. From here, you can get the workbook participants should use as well. You can also see there is a list of slides that include data and insights that can be customized to your specific audience and region, a list of slides where you should determine which of the 4 examples is most relevant to your audience, and a list of slides with animation to make sure you're not surprised by any of the animated slides. How to set up the room. The ideal setup for the room is in pods with about 6 people in each pod. You will need to have the workbook printed, along with any additional handouts you want to use in the activities. These are explained in the upcoming videos so you know where they apply and also mentioned in the speaker notes. You'll also want prizes if possible for some of the fun competitions. How to use the examples and materials. The examples provided in the master deck are woven throughout each module to demonstrate the skills being taught. For example, if you are teaching the assertive agenda, there will be an example of how the assertive agenda might sound in a real client conversation. In fact, many of these have been created in partnership with Google account managers using their conversations and client-facing decks. It's a good idea to familiarize yourself with these so you can provide a clear demonstration. One last thing to note. The examples in the deck are only a demonstration of the skill and do not provide a backstory or context. So please feel free to add your own context. In the past, we've seen success with facilitators simply writing a few bullet points on the board for the class to refer back to as the context for the scenario. How to use the practice exercises and games. Building energy in these practice sessions is incredibly important so participants feel motivated to practice and refine their craft. Practice exercises don't need a lot of context. After providing the demonstration and giving learners time to write their own, sweep them into practice with a partner or group to keep the energy up. In the next video, we will talk about tips for facilitating Module 1, the competitive landscape and the super empowered consumer.